Fellas, ladies, you looking for lotions? You looking for beard oils? But unfortunately, everything you get from mainstream got chemicals in it and they're probably killing you? No problem, we got you. Go check out my people from top to bottom hair and skincare. That's top to bottom hair and skincare. www.top2bottom, BOTTU, the U is for unique, M.com. Tell them I sent you.
Hey, what's up, y'all? How y'all doing? How you doing? Welcome to the OG Network. Welcome to Ron's Opinion Don't Matter. Hopefully, y'all having a blessed, wonderful day. Hopefully, all is well. Hopefully, God is blessing your life like He's blessing mine. I'm grateful. I'm thankful to God for all things, because through Him, all things are possible. If you don't have a relationship with God, I recommend that you do. God is all that you need in this world, in this real talk. Hopefully, y'all again taking advantage of that promo code when you go shop at top to bottom hair and skincare, top to bottom organics. When you go shop for the product, you get a 15% discount by using the OG Network promo code. That's OG Network 26. Again, OG Network 26 promo code, and you get 15% discount on all your purchases of $35 and up. And that's for all of the top to bottom products, hair care products, skincare products, candles, car fresheners, house air fresheners. They make a whole slew of things, and they're just expanding the market of the things that they actually create. And I am one happy customer, and I appreciate the product that they make. I call it Afro Magic, but it's that I use in my hair, even though I know I need a haircut right now. But it's probably been a month since I cut my hair. But hopefully y'all having a blessed, wonderful day. Again, promo code OG Network 26, and you get 15% off all your purchases of $35 and up, going to top to bottom hair and skincare products. If you're not sure of the website, you can go right here on the channel. Look for the link. It's right there on this channel. Just click the link, take you right to the page, and you can just shop till you drop. And with that said, we're gonna get into some other things. Right now, yesterday, the Feds decided to pause on the interest rates, which was expected. And for the most part, I think everybody that invests money or whatever, any type of way, they kind of got it. They, this was something that most of us all expected. We're not surprised by what the Feds did. Do I agree with it? Kind of back and forth with that. You know what I mean? I do agree with it to some extent, and I don't agree with it. I don't know. I just think a lot of times these with between the administration and Jerome Powell as it relates to him and Trump, I just feel like there's more chest pumping than anything, and I don't like it. I think the whole relationship between them two is more so about who's going to come on top of it. I just think that I don't know if they have or haven't, but I think that they should really, really consider. I really think they should lower them more, a little bit more. But that's just me. I mean, I'm glad that the interest rates aren't as high as they were for people that have to go purchase, buy, finance, especially financing stuff. I think that's going to be very helpful, and for them to be able to make things a little more affordable because everybody walking around with $10, $20, $30,000 just up and buy stuff and do all this stuff. So I think hopefully the next time they come to the meeting that things look pretty good, and then they decide at that point to lower the interest rates. Hey, what's going on? How you doing, Susanio? I don't know how to pronounce that, but whatever. 8701. God bless you. Welcome in. Welcome in. I'm looking at the stock market. Crypto is taking a beating right now. If a person that has any type of money invested in crypto, if you didn't actually dump out, what happened with? I'm sorry. What happened with if interest rates are lower? It makes things a little more affordable for people that got to finance stuff. Like if let's say you're getting ready to buy a house, the lower the interest rates, is going to help make the house and the house payments, depending on the price of the house, of course, but the payments of the house, a little more affordable for a person that just don't have no money to go out there and buy it. The same thing with a vehicle, depending on your credit score and all that stuff have factors in there too. But lowering the interest rates and lowering the interest rate is what's going to help with being able to afford it, depending on what you're actually buying. So it does help the economy. It does help people to be able to afford to go out and purchase different things, cars, houses, finance and stuff. I'm glad that they did do the 10% freeze on the credit cards and stuff. That, most people, the vast majority of Americans are not walking around with a bunch of money. Just the reality of it. Now, some of them are very just. No, not really. I hear what I understand what you're thinking, the way you're thinking, but what impacts the dollar value is when you just got money just spit. You know what I mean? When the government floods money out, that impacts the dollar value. You know what I mean? That's where it more so affects. The government just start printing money and spreading it out there, making it easy access to money. That's where you run into a problem. So that's why I don't think they want them. That's why I don't want them to lower the interest rates too much, because then it starts to really do that. Easy money which depletes the value of the dollar, making it more complicated for these businesses and companies to get it, makes the dollar more valuable when you have it in your hand as a consumer. Meaning that if I'm trying to purchase a car and I got the money to buy it and I'm holding on to, business isn't the greatest for them, so they have to be more competitive to get that dollar. That dollar has more value to a person that's selling the car. So therefore, the interest rates help with that. There is a point where if you go too far, yeah. Well, my thing is just, I get what you're saying, but it ain't not right now. I don't care what the news is saying. I don't care what all of that stuff they're trying to put out in public and make everybody think that. But the reality of it is the American dollar is strong right now, and it's probably it's stronger now than it's been in a while. You see all of this money being invested in this country, into this country. You see all of the stuff that they're building and everything that they're doing. Don't let the perception, because when they start telling you all of these fear mongering stuff, what it is a distraction to keep you out of the picture, the real picture. I invest heavily, and majority of my money that I have is invested, and I'm still building the pot because I see where this is going. I see where this is going. So for me, that's why I stick to doing what I'm doing. And I was talking about a lot of this stuff. I was talking about a lot of this stuff when I was back in April when Trump said this would be a good time to invest. Back, I think it was in March, April, when everything kind of went down hard, and everybody was making a big deal about the tariffs and all the other stuff. And they fearmongered the vast majority of Americans, say, oh, this and that. Nah. I knew the game. I seen what he was trying to do. And as I go through the things that I talked about at that moment, I'm seeing 50, 60, 70, 100%, some of them even to the point of 200 to 300% return on investment, because I didn't listen to the hype. I knew where it was really going to go. I seen what they were trying to distract the average American from. You can't tell me, as if you have a 401k right now that you probably had for a while, that it don't look way better now than it did then. Don't let these so-called professionals tell you differently. The reality of it is the American dollar is a lot stronger than it was for a while. Why? Because we have a stable economy. They're going to try to paint it like it's not stable, but right now it's stable. That's why. And that's just my opinion. And so far, most of the things that I talked about on my channel since then, I've been on spot on. If I look at my investments, I told people I was buying Ford, I'm up 67%. Stellantis, I'm up 23%. General Motors, I'm up 80%. Why? Because I knew that they was going to, I seen the direction where the country was going. I told people that I was going to buy Southern Copper, which is copper mining and stuff like that. Right now, and if I go look at copper mining, I'll purchase that stock at $88 a share. $88 a share. This is the difference between listening to the noise and actually paying attention to what they're doing. And even though the stock market is down right now, I just want to give you a perspective of why I say do what I do. I purchased Southern Copper at $88 a share. Right now, I'm up 129%. I'm up 129%. And the reason why I did it because I'm watching what they say. I'm not, and I see that the vast majority of people, they got them arguing with each other. Oh, he shouldn't have said that. He shouldn't have said that. No, that was the first person that I've ever seen throw everybody in America a bone and say, listen, this is going to be a good time to buy. And what did the other the Democrats and them do? Oh, that's inside trade. That wasn't inside trading. Inside trading is if I tell you some inside information specifically about a company, that what's going to happen with this company, you need to buy or sell right now, and because I'm part of this company. That's inside trading. Because when you get inside information, he didn't do none of that. All he said was this would be a good time to buy. And they made a big stink out of that. And I guarantee you that the vast majority of Americans that did not take advantage of that moment could have made, probably doubled their value of their investments at the time. Who knows? But this is where the distraction always comes in. They make everything, they turn it into a whole bunch of noise. And the people that are struggling every single day miss opportunity. Why? Because they heard all that noise. I didn't. I stuck to the game. No problem. God bless you. Welcome. Please hit the like button for a brother. Please hit the subscribe button for a brother. Appreciate it very, very much. And I love talking about the stock. I love talking about investments. I love that, and that's what I'm talking about. Now, I know that that's not a popular subject because don't nobody want to hear about financial stuff. They want to hear you argue and fuss and cuss and people argue back and forth about Democrat and Republican. At the end of the day, and here's the thing. I went back and even went when it comes to the gun industry. Went back and I bought Smith & Wesson, and I was telling people I was buying that. I'm up probably about 30-40% on investment of that. And a lot of the investments, there's some stuff that I am in the red with bleeding. Like cryptocurrency, I am ridiculously in the red. Some of my crypto is down 20-30%. And you may ask yourself, why didn't you sell it and get out? Because I'm accumulating. That's why. I'm not selling anything right now. I'm just accumulating. Every time it falls, and if I got a little bit more money, I'm just accumulating. All I need is one good up. I ain't worrying about it down. I needed to go up one good time. That's it. And I'm willing to take the risk. Do I tell people to invest in crypto? No. I don't tell them anything. I don't tell them to invest in what. I just talk about what I'm going to do, what my intentions are. And I do have crypto, and I'm going to keep on investing in crypto. I think, it's volatile, and you can have some money in there and be sitting in the red for a long, long time. But I've also seen crypto over time make people some good money. So I'm willing to take the risk. But my vast majority of my investments are dividend stocks. I invest in dividends. That's where my 98% move is in dividend stocks. Companies that are solid, pay out some type of dividends, ETFs, and things of that nature. Real estate investment trusts, ETFs, even individual stock. I have my money as many places as I can, and it's been very financially beneficial. I look the long-term investment, and that has been, for the most part, that has been, for the most part, for me, the best way to invest. Right now, the stock market is going down. So, the reason why they decided yesterday they were going to pause on the interest rates, you're going to see some adjustments made. You're going to see stuff go down. That's cool. I'm looking. I'm watching. My account probably dropped a few $100 since this morning, which is cool. I'm waiting, seeing it fall. As it does, I'm just going to up my game. I'm okay with it. I'm always going to be okay with it. I like down slopes. Some people don't. If I'm not intending to sell and I'm in the buy mode, I like it when it goes down. So when I see the stock market going in this direction, and I'm sitting there, while we sitting here talking right now, and I am literally buying. Kid you not. I am literally buying stock. I mean, buying, putting money out. Just not a lot, just a little bit. I'm on there purchasing as we talking, as I'm talking. Why? Because I don't want to miss opportunity. And again, I just stick to the same program. I mostly invest. Trump deranged syndrome libtard and whatever. But and I love it. I'm having a good time seeing my investments do what they've been doing. And I can't complain. I ain't gonna lie to you. I know a lot of people like, oh, this. No, I feel sorry for those people. Black Lives Matter. I feel, like I said, I wish more people would have taken advantage of that opportunity when Trump said it. I really do. Like the average American, I wish would have taken advantage of that moment when Trump said that. And it sucks because I know a lot of people got caught up into the noise and missed the opportunity. But the other thing is this: is that $1,000 that Trump account for $1,000 to go into an account for every kid that's born in America. And I think they started. I don't know. I think it starts this year, or whatever. But if you're a person in America, you're an American citizen, find out how you can get involved in that and make sure you set that up for your kid. I noticed that I think it was Microsoft. Is it? No. JP Morgan. I think it was JP Morgan. One of those other companies. They're setting up their account for all their employees. They're putting $1,000 into that Trump account for everybody that's born that has babies born in 2000. And this is my thing is this: is that for a child growing up and being able to have an investment for 18, let's say you don't get to touch it until for 18 years. And in that process, they get to learn financial literacy, how investments work, how compound interest works, all of this stuff and how it works and how financially beneficial it could be. And it will help give people a jump start, a young person a jump start when they get out there in the real world and they got to face reality of the cost of life outside of being with your parents. I think that was a great idea. I'm glad they're doing it. And the thing is that, and I know some people don't understand this part, but a lot of time when great things like this happen, for people that live and grow up in Democratic ran cities that are usually melanated people like myself or Hispanic people, that type of information and those type of opportunities usually get missed by us. And the reason why I usually get missed by us because we were so distracted by all the news and all of the stupid stuff that they wanted. They will worry about something ridiculously. Like my thing is that this is what I don't like about the Democratic Party. Knowing that this is financially beneficial to any and every American, I will be promoting this on a large scale. But see, they don't want the structured family the way it was designed to be. They rather promote abortion, offing your baby. This is what the Democrats rather promote. Irresponsible behavior, that type of stuff that doesn't get nobody nowhere, but basically financially destructive. Because now you dealing with, I got kids, I got more than one kid by more than one child. And listen, I know because I'm one of those people that grew up in those eras that have those type of situations. My life isn't perfect by any means. And it's unfortunate. And what's going to end up happening is that this is another opportunity for every American. But I'm only saying this way because a lot of times these type of opportunities, when you live in Democratic ran cities, they're more concerned about protecting illegal immigrants, as opposed to saying, no, we need to make sure that all of our Democratic constituents get a chance to take advantage of us. Appreciate you, T. Brown. Appreciate you. Good morning, bro. T. Brown. Glad to see you. Glad to see you back in the house. And this is where I think a lot of times this is an opportunity for anybody as an American citizen. But I'm telling you 100% that I know that a lot of times when benefits like this happen, when you grow up in a melanated and sit Democratic ran places, that by the time you find out about this stuff, the well is dry. They don't push it in the neighborhood. They too busy worrying about, oh, hate this guy for stupid reasons. Whatever. I don't care about all of that. That is not helping nobody. All of that. This is $1,000. Listen what I'm trying to tell y'all. For anybody that has a child born, and that child will be having $1,000 to start out with, that's going to accumulate interest, compound interest over time. And over time, when that child gets 18 years, I don't care if it's $4,000 by the time they get there, $10,000, whatever. But it's when in history have we had these? Listen, first of all, Social Security is supposed to be. This is the part about it. This is why I don't trust government. This is why I'm always go hard on government and how irresponsible they are. When you look at Social Security you pay into, and it's supposed to be a benefit that when you retire, right, you are supposed to be able to draw your Social Security. For every time I can count, all I kept hearing about is Social Security is going to run out. Social Security is going to run out. Social Security is going to run out. But I never seen these politicians take major steps like they're doing right now to secure that money and make sure that doesn't happen. They shouldn't even be touching that money. It should have one purpose and one purpose only, to draw interest. Now, here's where my logic, and I'm not saying that I'm right, but this is just my logic, my common sense logic. If a person is working 40 years of their life, right, 40 years of their life, paying into Social Security, let's just say 40 years. Now, by the time you get there, you're 65 years old. The average person after 65 might not live another 15 years. So you put it into a system for 40 years. They collecting interest, whatever type of money that's there. When it comes time for you to retire and benefit from that, you're telling me it's not going to be there, then why the hell am I paying into it? Why for 40 years am I still being held accountable for paying into something that might not be there when I get ready to take advantage of it? I want y'all to think about that. I'm paying into something that y'all telling me that might not. Then why are you taking out my money? Then give me my money. Don't take it out my check no more. Give me my money and let me figure out and make it happen for myself if that's the case. And then you hear all of this corruption going on in government. You hear all of this stuff going on in government. You hear all of this money being stolen, manipulated, and everything else. And you say to yourself, oh, this is why it won't be there. Because this is what y'all doing. Y'all been stealing the whole time. Corruption the whole time. So here's the thing. My question to anybody, and this is why I use common sense when I talk. I really don't care about nobody stands on a lot of stuff. And this is part of why I use common sense. Let me ask you a question. Is that if they can't handle what they handle, why are we giving them more? Why are we forced to pay into a system that they can't manage right? I cannot understand why anybody would continue to do that. What's up, Leah? How you doing? You was getting ready to go live, Leah? I didn't know you was getting ready to go live. You should have went live. But I appreciate you coming in, Leah. Make sure you hit the like button. Appreciate you. And my thing is this is that, and here's the thing. Being a person that is extremely into finance, right? I know they full of shit. And I hate to say it that way. I know they full of shit. I can tell you right now, just based off my investments, is that if I can do it on my own and establish myself a way to financially take care of myself, and I see the numbers, there is no way that they not. You have to be a thief, and who in their right mind gonna keep giving money to thieves? I'm talking about all the politicians. Lee, I'm talking about all the politicians. I was talking about Social Security. Now I don't know what you get ready to do, Leah, but honestly speaking, if you got a few minutes, Leah, I'll bring you in right now, and then we can talk about it if you want to. But I was talking about Social Security, and this is my question. I could put the link in the chat real quick if you want to come in and we can talk about it. But I really was talking. I was talking about finances and stuff like that, but I never understood the logic of why y'all keep saying Social Security might run out. And then I see all of the theft that's going on in government. I mean, who was the one getting paid to watch this stuff and wasn't watching? How do you just boom, can't account for billions of dollars? And then y'all want to preach to Americans, oh, you need to be more financially responsible when the government by far has been the most irresponsible one. All of the people in government, I'm talking about Democrats and Republicans. I'm not talking about one class. I'm talking about all politicians. Everyone that's been there for years. How do you get in this situation if you're responsible? And we keep voting for them. And we keep voting for them. You don't get $38 trillion deficit by being responsible. You get that by being irresponsible. You get that by being irresponsible. You get that by wasteful spending. You get there by just throwing money away. All right, give me a sec. There you go. I put it in the chat, Leah. But yeah, this is where I just kind of like, it just kind of gets under my skin, really. I don't understand the irresponsibleness, and not like I said, when I talk, I just talk common sense. Yeah, I do research and stuff like that, but I don't even trust the research that I do research. Honestly, sometimes I don't even trust that because I don't know, because so busy people trying to spin a narrative. So I always have to go back to what makes sense. Why would somebody do what they're doing? What is the end goal? What is the intent behind what they're doing? Why are they saying what they're saying? Why are they writing it the way they're writing it? There's so many things, factors you got to go through your head and recycle through your head, recycle through your head. And you're saying to yourself, why? And this is the reason why I tell people, when you get paid, when you get your money, don't 100% rely on your back. You got to use your brain, and you got to find ways to get your money to make you money. That's just because if not, you're going to always be behind the 8 ball. It's going to the cost of living is going to consume you because it's outpacing you, and you're not outpacing it. It's going to happen. We all go through it. I'm telling y'all because I go through it. I've went through it. I go through it. I've been up. I've been down. I've been through it. Had, lost, all that stuff. I've been there. Been there. And Leo, if you come in, you know you can still air it on your channel if you want to air it on your channel, just so you know. If you got StreamYard, it'll still allow you to air it on your channel if you want. If you come in and use the link and you got StreamYard already. I don't know if you do or not, but it will allow you to do it. But this is where it gets crazy for me. And I think I really tell people this, we can talk about our political stance, Republican. We can talk about our political stance, Democrat. We can talk about where we live, where we do that. But at the end of the day, we still need real solid, real solutions. Real solid solutions. And if we don't have solid solutions, and this is why I tell people it had nothing to do so much with Trump. Is the decisions that he was making, and I understood what he was saying, and I understood what the outcome will be of that. And I mentioned this in many of videos. I said, if what he's trying to do goes into effect, it's going to be a great opportunity for Americans. No, it's cool, Lee. No problem. No problem. Okay, no problem. I'm good with that. But yeah, it's a mess. Make sure, don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I appreciate it very much. But make sure y'all listen. Make sure y'all take advantage of all the opportunity. Ignore the noise and look for the opportunity. Especially if you're having a hard time making it, dealing with it. Find some wiggle room in your life and take advantage of the opportunity. If you see an opportunity to buy property, rent it out, whatever, any type of opportunity to financially better yourself down the road, don't look for instant gratification because that's not the way to go. Look for long-term, solid investments that's going to carry you throughout your life. Don't be trying to be out there, be a gambler and chasing a quick dollar because you're going to, believe me when I tell you, and for the most part, it's going to get handed to you in a way you're not going to be happy. I'm telling you, it's going to hit you hard. And you're going to make a bunch of mistakes trying to chase a dollar as opposed to finding solid investments, putting your money into solid places, and being able to ride it out in the long term. And believe me when I tell you, life is going to happen. It's going to come at you hard, and it's going to make it tough. But if you weather it long enough, you'll get on the other side of that, and it will get easier financially. Anyway, I can't talk about everything else. I'm just talking about from a financial perspective. Government, politicians, they're not the answer. I don't know what happens when they get into office, but most of them become corrupt. They find that you elect a thief, and you expect them when they become to go in office. To be honest, it's not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. If they was corrupt before they got there, they're going to be more corrupt before they get there. Now, they might be honest before they got there to some extent. Now, you can't put your trust in no man. That's what the Bible tells you. Trust no man. But there's some things that people do, and there's some things that they do wrong. And my thing is this: is that when someone has a greed mentality, it doesn't change. It doesn't change because a person that's a thief, they might stop stealing when the cops are around. As soon as the police is gone, they're gonna go back to stealing. Same thing with politicians. They're gonna steal. It ain't gonna go away because at that point they think they're above the law because they are a political face now. And they're going to do and try to write things so that they can get away with stuff that you don't even realize that they're getting away with. They're not doing things. Most of these politicians are not doing the things in the best interest of the people. If you really listen to what they're saying. When you start talking about, oh, we want to make rent affordable, it's a lie. It's not what they want to do. They want to control the landlords. That's what they want to do. Because if they wanted to make rent affordable, they would not have let big businesses and big dollars come in and buy up the property that they were buying up. But they didn't do that because those cronies and those people that was buying it up was the people that's funding their campaigns. So how you not going to go against the person that's feeding your campaign? You're just not going to do it. But if you sell it to the people and they believe it, they'll buy into it and vote for you. Why? Because you making them believe that you could do something that you're really not going to be able to do. It's just enough to get into power so that you can continue. Now you have a higher platform to be able to do it. That's it. That's it. And you keep voting these ways, And here's the thing, like I said before, even if I could not stand Trump, I couldn't stand it. Listen to what he was saying and what he wanted to do. Again, is why I voted for him. And nothing to do with me just liking a person. I don't vote for people because I like them. I'm dumb. I'm not doing that. I listened to what he was saying, and I said, if this man is able to accomplish what he accomplished, I'm gonna make some money financially. I'm gonna be good. I gotta position myself and hope that it did. And that's exactly what I was doing. Everything. What's up, Chris? How you doing? God bless you. God bless you. Everything that I was talking about as it relates to investments on my channel, I kept telling people, and I'm not saying that every investment I talked about did well, but a lot of them. I had a guy on my channel that we used to, Donald, who I had to ban at some point, but he argued me down about a stock, Southern Copper stock, which is SCCO, I think it is. That's a stock code. Oh, you don't know what you're talking about. You don't know what you're talking about. All right, cool. I don't know what I'm talking about. $88 a share is what I paid for it at the time that I was talking about that. That stock right now is $200 a share. Because here's the thing. How many times y'all heard the Trump administration talking about rare earth minerals? So y'all not listening to what I'm saying. How many times did y'all hear Trump when he was talking to, what was his name? From Ukraine, right? And the deal with Ukraine was what? For rare earth minerals, right? How many people pay attention to it? Southern Copper is a mining company. That's what they do. They mine copper, stuff like that. I am up over 100% return. Why? Because I was listening. I was paying attention. Oh, okay. That's what they're doing. When Trump said he was going to embrace the AI, right? See, he looked into it. I knew all these companies going to make these chips and stuff. And even though he was campaigning, I was buying it then. Look, if you go look at the price of all of the companies that make chips, yeah, Zelensky, you're absolutely right, Leah. All these companies that was making these chip market, like Nvidia and stuff like that. Look at the money. Now, why the Democrat Party and all of these people over there, they arguing with you about, we need the illegals. We need the illegals. This is what they got everybody distracted on. They got everybody distracted on it. But on my channel, kept talking about politics and stuff like that, but I kept trying to tie it into why I was doing the things that I was doing. You can't argue with results. And the results is that I was buying stock in all of these type of energy companies. I kept buying them. I'm buying them. And I am killing it right now when it comes to that. My investments in the energy stocks are just really, really flying across the roof. And my team, the people that know me way up close and personal, I was telling them what to do, and they're killing it. That's just the way it looks on camera. It's not backwards. None of the scopes are backwards. They just look like that on camera. And right now, the stock market is going down, y'all. And like I said, these are these moments where you gotta look and see where's opportunity, and that's why I do what I'm doing. I knew it was gonna go down because number one, Feds decided to pause the interest rate, and I knew that it was gonna go down. And I was waiting, and here we are on the downslope of it. And here's the thing, and I'm buying. And hopefully it stays down long enough that I can rack up some more. So I can keep positioning myself to actually make more money. Yeah, I know. Everybody always saying it's backwards. The scope's not on backwards. I had one guy argue me down. He literally got frustrated with me, arguing me down. Like you can see I've done videos when I'm using both of these rifles at the range. I've never changed anything on the rifles. They are exactly the way they are as I'm at the range. Sighted it and everything. But I have people literally argue me down. Oh, it's on backwards. It's not on backwards. It just looks like that on the camera. You know, I mean, that one guy was like, "Oh, you idiot, this and that." Yeah, you know, like, dude, I'm like, it ain't, first of all, it ain't that serious, but whatever. I mean, like, you mad at me? You hard headed. You don't want to listen. It's not that I'm hard headed. I'm just telling you, you're wrong. It's not backwards. What you want me to do? You're telling me what I'm doing is wrong, but you arguing with me. And I'm telling you it's not backwards. I know it ain't backwards. Why? Because it's mine. I use them. I cited them in. And I was just laughing. And it's probably what they're thinking. Coming at me because I'm black. Like, it was so funny to me. Like, how you gonna argue with somebody? Listen, unless you got that gun in your hand and you don't assume by what. And here's the thing. This is why you can't always go by what you see on camera. Because sometimes the camera, and this is why I never determine a whole someone's life based off what I see on camera. Because how much time do people really determine how much time a person spends really on camera? So if I determines how somebody is, like if they on the camera for a brief moment, if I'm on a camera for a brief moment in my life, that doesn't determine my whole characteristic as a person. Yeah, no, it's cool. I wasn't saying you. I was saying Leah and we are laughing at it because we've had these type of conversations before, and that's why when people ask the question or say it, it's funny because it's not a new thing, and so it's not nothing against you. It just we know that it's always funny because the conversation always comes up. So Gray, it's not you per se that I'm talking about, but it was a while ago. I had a guy argue me down because of that reason. Because he did not want to accept the fact that I'm just telling him like it's not. It looks like that on camera, but it's honestly it's not backwards. Like here's my point. What does this look like on camera? And for those that are on the live, please hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button. I got a question for y'all because do y'all think I should actually make these shirts and start selling them, or should I just leave it alone? Should I just leave it alone just for me to have? That's a question for y'all. I mean, don't get me wrong. I like my shirts. I like my background on my shirts. I had them made or whatever. But honestly speaking, should I just leave it alone and just keep them for myself? I got a few people that I gave shirts to. And I'm probably gonna, if I could get some, I might print up some, have some more made and do some giveaways and stuff like that when I get a chance to. But because I know the summertime's coming up again. But I think that's probably what I'll do is I'll probably get some made again and just do some giveaways with it. I don't as far as selling, I don't want to deal with selling like that level of selling. Like selling to that level where I'm having shirts, storing shirts, trying to sell. I don't want to deal with that. That's too much. I'll let everybody else do it. Yeah, so I'll probably end up doing at some point. I might just start printing out some more of them. I mean, get some more made and probably put a few out and do some type of giveaway like I did before. I know I got it one come. We haven't scheduled it yet, but with top to bottom hair and skincare products. For those that don't know, you get a 15% discount if you go to top to bottom hair and skincare. They make hair care products, skincare products, body wash, deodorant. They make fluid things and they don't use toxic chemicals and stuff like that. They don't use toxic chemicals. They're giving out a 15% discount if you use the OG network. That's OG network 26. That's the promo code OG network 26. If you use that promo code, you get a 15% discount if you spend $35 and up. I just recently placed another order because I needed some more body wash, deodorant, some other things that I just had to get from them, candles and stuff like that. I don't remember exactly all that I put on the order, but I use their products all the time. Conservatives' opinions don't matter. I like that, Leah. Actually, that's actually a pretty good one. Yeah, so all I have to do, yeah, I like that. I like that. I like that. Conservatives' opinion don't matter. But but I love the fact that we able to sometimes have these conversations and stuff like that. Not like I said, my channel when I'm in here in the morning time, I do a lot of different things on this channel. And I'm gonna continue on the path that I'm going. I don't want my channel to be all about politics, even though I have conversation about it. I try to tie the politics into real life stuff. I try to tie it into the investments, the opportunities, and stuff like that. It's not just about arguing with somebody about right and wrong. It's understanding what is truth and not truth, what is right, what works for us, and what don't. And that's the bigger picture is that let's take advantage as American citizens of all the opportunity that our country have to offer. Instead of sitting there arguing back and forth, let's look for great opportunity. I do different things on my channel. I'm, finally getting kind of back to what I used to like to do, which was, I wanted my channel to be one of those things that has a lot of different things going on. And that's where I'm working on. I'm working on getting different shows on there. That's the reason why we have Philly Talk, and we're going to be doing Philly Talk Monday when Philly Talk comes up 7:00 p.m. The Silent Crisis movie. We're getting back to that conversation. We're hoping that we get more of the actors. We might be getting more of the actors, and I can't guarantee none of this stuff. These are just stuff that we're talking about behind the scenes. It's hard to be talking behind the scenes, but I want y'all to know that Philly Talk 7:00. We might be getting more of the actors in there. So if you haven't seen the movie The Silent Crisis, you need to go watch it. That way, when you come back on Philly Talk at 7:00 p.m. Monday at 7:00 p.m. Monday, we doing Philly when we do Philly Talk, the movie The Silent Crisis. We're gonna be talking about it again, and we're hoping to get more of the actors. And we had one of the actors in, and the producer of the producer and executive producer was on the show. We did it then. Oh yeah, I understand. I understand, Chris, really, but hang in there, bro. It's gonna be. Yeah, Lee. I had no intentions of going that way, but here's the thing: is that you know, and that's why I'm trying to bring more of a balance. I don't want it to be just stripped into politics and stuff like that. But when we do the silent price, when we trying to get to the silent price, back to the movie I want to talk about because I do want to emphasize on this before we get off of that. Before I get off the channel, um, the movie's on Tubi TV. So if you got Tubi TV, please go watch The Silent Crisis. Leah, I don't know if you got a chance to, but I'm hoping you get a chance to watch the movie with no distractions. I think it was a very, very good movie. You already know Ant Like the Bug was in the movie, but also the executive producer. But Kalia Purnell is the writer, producer, creator, and they got a few of the actors. One of the actors and the writer was actually on Philly Talk last week. I mean, it's Monday that just passed. So we're coming back and doing a second part this coming Monday. And when I telling y'all that we're going to get into more, we're going to talk about the movie and we're trying to create getting everybody a chance to go watch the movie. So The Silent Crisis is on Tubi TV. If you haven't watched it, please go watch it. Please go watch it. And that way, when we have Philly Talk this Monday coming up, you get a chance to participate. And we're going to invite people in on the actual live to give them a chance to kind of talk about what they thought about the movie, what they liked about the movie, and stuff like that. Hold on one second. Yeah, Lynn, I believe me, like I know that's what happens, and you try to pull yourself out of it, but unfortunately, it drags you back in. Yeah, Lee, I'm hoping you really do watch it because, um, yeah, we're hoping to get more people on the show and the more the actors. We don't know how it's going to play out. I don't know. I can't guarantee it because people have life to live and stuff like that. But please do me a favor. Go watch the movie The Silent Crisis. Chris, if you don't know what we're talking about, the movie's called The Silent Crisis. It's on Tubi TV. So if you got Tubi TV, the app or whatever, go watch it. We're gonna bring that story back. We're gonna talk about that because honestly speaking, and I think being a melanated person, and this is a subject that I think needs to be out there, and I really think it needs to be talked about because honestly speaking, as much as people sometimes don't want to accept it, this was really happening. A lot of black people, melanated people in America was going missing, and there was no it just was happening. And the people that had the power to do something or do a harder search, and they just didn't do it, and it was happening. They didn't see value in the people that was missing, and it happened. And I know it's an uncomfortable conversation, and I get it. I get it. I know and I understood the hard part about having to make a movie like that because it's a hard, uncomfortable conversation. But I ask, please do go watch the movie Silent Crisis, and come back Monday, when we have the movie, and we go Monday when we had the second part of the conversation about the movie, man. We really want to talk about it because honestly speaking, I'm hoping to do a segment on it. Like honestly speaking, I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I do want to do a segment not just about the movie, but about the storyline. And I'm I'm actually going to probably do some deep diving into it, and find out how deep that story really goes. Because, and I'm probably going to have to talk to the person that made the movie, but I'm also going to have to go do my own hardcore research on how deep that story really goes. And I might have to just, and do a whole segment on why these type of things is happening. Yes, it's kind it's based on real events. Yes. The producer of the show, the writer and producer of the show, was on Philly Talk last week. Chris, if you get a chance, go look at the last Philly Talk that we had, and try to watch a video if you can through it. Then that way you kind of get an idea of what we were talking about. And then you'll get a chance with it. But honestly, Chris, please just go watch the movie. Go watch the movie. Go watch the movie. No, not just you. Get a few people that you know. Tell people to watch it. Go watch it. Hey, Gray, how you doing? Yeah, go watch the movie. That way, when we have the show Monday, everybody get a chance at 7. It's going to be Monday at 7:00 p.m. If you look, it's already scheduled on my channel. If you go in on my channel and you hit the notification button, hopefully you get notified when we start the show. And because sometimes YouTube don't do its job, but we're going to hit the notification and you'll get notified when we get ready to start the show. And Monday when that way you can come in and you'll understand the conversation and why we did, and you'll understand why everybody hate I forget the guy's name, the police officer on it. Oh, Eastern Standard Time. I'm sorry, I forgot. Everybody don't live on the East Coast, but Eastern Standard Time. 7:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, because we're on the East Coast. So if you get a chance, please go watch the movie. I'm hoping Monday when everybody comes in, we have a whole bunch of people coming in and joining in the conversation, real talk. But first, we ask you, please go watch the movie. Mark, my brother, how you doing? How you doing? God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. Welcome in. Welcome in. Welcome in. Yes, and you know what, Leah, I agree. Unfortunately, we can't change people's behavior and what we think of somebody. I personally would love to be able to live in a time period where we ain't talking about skin color, but unfortunately, and being a person that's melanated, as much as sometimes people don't want to accept it, sometimes people don't want to accept the fact that there is people out there that devalue somebody or upvalue somebody based on their skin color and not because of their character or their integrity. That's just the reality. They just devalue or upvalue somebody based on their skin color. And this is not about one party, one particular color. A lot of us do it for no reason, and it doesn't get us nowhere. It really doesn't. It doesn't get us nowhere. Yeah. Officer Pope. Can find out why don't nobody like him. I missed the first part. And listen, I agree. I don't want to be. I don't want to be one. You know, I don't want to deal with the old. Hold on one second. Okay, I feel you. I feel you, Lynn. Okay, I got the first part now. Yeah, and I don't, and that's my whole point is that if you watch the movie, if you watch the movie, they wasn't really trying to make it about race. They were just trying to point out the fact that they didn't try to downgrade one race to upgrade another and say, "Oh, you guys don't." What they were trying to say is, don't treat somebody or devalue somebody because of their race you don't think is important to find. So that's why I'm telling you, I don't want to talk too much. I want y'all to go watch the movie. It was very, very well done. The story was very, very well told. And I think, have an open mind. And this is what I'm trying to tell you. Just have an open mind and really go watch the movie. That's all I'm saying. Okay, cool. So I don't know what I guess your central time will probably be 8. I think it goes up an hour. I'm not sure. But 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time for us. So I think it might be 8 o'clock for you. Somewhere around there. And I agree with you with that part, Lee. And this is the point that your skin tone don't have no effect on who you are. Let me explain something to you. If your skin color has nothing to do with who you are as an individual, and you can play that game all you want to, you're lying to yourself. What's inside of you is going to determine who you really are. What you value and what you devalue, what the moral compass that you live by, and all of those type of things that determine who you are. Because here's the thing. I can go paint a person's skin a whole nother color. Still not going to change who you are. I can change your whole color and still not going to change who you are. It's just going to change what you look like. You're still going to be who you are. Doesn't matter. I can go put on a uniform. Not going to change who I am. Still going to be who I am. Okay, cool. I wasn't too sure how that worked. I forgot if it was up or down. So I guess it's 6 o'clock for you. My bad. I wasn't too sure. I ain't going to lie to you. I forget. And here's the thing. This is just my logic on it, is that the Bible says that we were all formed from the dust of the ground. Right? He said he made man he said, out of the ground did he form man. If you go look at dirt, it comes in variations of color. Just look at the dirt. No, dirt is made of variations of color. That's it. So the variety of color was for us to enjoy the look of each other being different. Because if we all look the same, life would be like, man, we all look the same. What would be how would you even have a choice from a parent's thing if we all look the same? It'd be boring. Everything would be boring. Like, The beauty of it is the fact that we were all formed from the dirt and we all have different sizes, shape, color, looks, and everything. And that's where the beauty comes in it. When you see it if you really look at us being formed from the dirt, there's black dirt, white dirt, yellow dirt. Dirt comes in all types of different colors. Red dirt, all types of colors, you're going to find dirt. That's it. In a nutshell. So it doesn't determine who you are, it just determines what you look like. And that's real talk. And with that said, I'm getting ready to get up out of here. Every single one of y'all have a blessed, wonderful, wonderful, beautiful day. Make sure y'all take advantage of that promo code OG Network 26. Get that 15% off of all your purchases of top to bottom hair and skincare product. You're not sure how to find the website, you don't have to go look that far. You're right here on this channel. The link is right here on this channel. Just click the link and bam, you're on your way right to the store. And then at that point, you'll be able to take advantage of that OG Network promo code, OG Network 26. That's OG Network 26. 15% of all your purchases of them. And here's the thing, when you purchase from them, you actually help support the channel. You actually help to support my channel. When you buy from their store, you actually help to financially support my channel personally, because we have a partnership now to some extent. So as you buy their product and you support their store, they are supporters of my channel. They support, they watch, and everything else. So when you purchase from them and you take care of that, you take that discount and you get all of that stuff, believe me when I tell you, on the back end, you're actually helping to financially support my channel, but you're also getting a chance to purchase something in return. And with that said, I'm going to get up out of here. Outside of anything and everything I say, if you don't have a relationship with Jesus Christ, please get that first. We can talk about 1,000 different things across the board, and we can go into different conversations, agrees and disagree. But at the end of the day, Christ is made perfect for your soul and mind. He went to that cross for all of us and gave us the choice to come back to God through him and his blood and his sacrifice. If there's anything that Ron's opinion don't matter about a lot of things, but there's one thing that Ron's opinion I stand on 100%, and that's having a relationship with Jesus Christ. And with that said, I'm actually really going to get about it. Y'all have a blessed, wonderful day. I'm out of here. Peace.
Fellas, ladies, you looking for lotions? You looking for beard oils? But unfortunately, everything you get from mainstream got chemicals in it and they're probably killing you? No problem, we got you. Go check out my people from Top to Bottom Hair and Skincare. That's Top to Bottom Hair and Skincare. www.top2bottom, BOTTU, the U is for unique, M.com. Tell them I sent you.